In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 4 main attachment styles and how we develop them. Before I get started in that, if you've enjoyed any of my videos, I would so appreciate a like and a comment. It would be great to hear from you and your feedback on this video. So, our attachment styles come from the relationship with our primary caregiver. If you grew up in a very loving, nurturing environment where all of your emotional and physical needs were met, where you had that bonding time with your primary caregiver, the chances are you're going to have a secure relationship in adulthood. Because you believe that your partner is going to be responsive to your needs because your parents, your primary caregiver, was very responsive to your needs. If you didn't have that, because your parents were very busy working, because you had lots of other siblings, because there was no time, or whatever reason, maybe you grew up in a dysfunctional household like I did, where there was depression and anxiety and stress and abuse and addictions, of course it's going to affect you in your adult life. How does it affect you? Well, there are 3 main insecure attachment styles, which I'm going to talk you through. So the first one is anxious. Now, according to various different studies, 19% of people are an anxious attachment style. So what does that mean? That means that you're very needy, you're very clingy, you're very insecure, you never feel loved enough, you never feel attractive enough, you never feel good enough. You're always kind of checking, does your partner love you? Can you trust them? You want to spend all of your time with them, you're very infatuated by them, and you're very, like I mentioned, needy in a relationship. And this obviously comes because you didn't have that as a child, so you feel really like, I need to make sure I'm secure, I need this person, and you attach. So that's the anxious style. The next one is avoidant. Now, avoidant, and apparently 25% of the population are avoidant, and I personally can definitely relate to avoidant behavior in my relationship history until I ended up having to do a lot of work to avoid this style. So as you can imagine, an avoidant person, they prioritize work, they prioritize personal goals, passion projects, a lot of other things before the relationship. They avoid intimacy. They don't feel good talking about their feelings. They often shut down, they avoid. If they're not sure what to do in the relationship or how to respond, they just ignore or blank you, they ghost you. And being in a relationship with someone like this can be very confusing because sometimes they'll be very warm, but then other times they'll be it could appear as cold. And if a relationship, and this is what I used to do, if I feel like, it's not really working, end. I didn't have the skills like a secure person with a secure attachment style would to communicate, to discuss, to say, I'm not very happy about this, or this is a red flag for me, can we change this, can we look at that? You just go, okay, I'm out of it, and you run, basically. So yeah, I had to do a lot of work because this was my style. And then the third insecure attachment style is anxious avoidant. It's called disorganized, and it's basically where you go from the anxious style of being needy and clingy and really, really wanting intimacy, and then you go to the avoidant. And this is really draining, having this attachment style, because you're in conflict with yourself. You really want that loving, close relationship and to be so close, and then you avoid it. And being in a relationship with someone with this attachment style can be very draining as well, because you don't know really where you stand. 1 minute they're very close, then 1 minute they're wanting loads of space. They're giving mixed messages all the time. Now, the good thing about these attachment styles is with the right help and with the right changes, you can transform them. You don't have to be stuck in your attachment style. First of all, you need to have compassion for yourself. You didn't choose to have your attachment style. However, it is your responsibility to change it if it's not working for you in your relationships. Because if you're the anxious style, where you are constantly thinking worst case scenario, you never feel loved enough, you can't trust, you can't let go, you're very clingy, you're very needy, you're obsessive about your partner, it's not a very happy way to live. And the avoidant people often feel very lonely. They isolate themselves. It's a form of protection, but really it's not protecting them because it's not giving them what they really truly want, and that's a close, safe relationship. And the anxious avoidant, of course, they don't really know what they want. They're going from one to the other, and it's very difficult. So a secure attachment, when you feel really secure in your relationships, it basically means that you're able to communicate your needs, you're able to set healthy boundaries, you're able to say, no, this isn't working for me. When things go wrong in a relationship, let's say you're betrayed, your trust is broken, communication is broken down, you're able to forgive, you're able to move on easily, you're not going to take it really personally or let it consume you. So that's why we really want to have that secure attachment style. The best way I've been able to help people with this is to do my breakthrough program. And this is where I help people to change their thinking, to change the way they feel, to release negative emotions of anger or sadness or fear, of worry, of guilt, of hurt, so that they can really live their life and not be held back by their past. It's a 3-day process. It's 3 long sessions, breakthrough sessions, comes with 3 months support, 3 1-hour follow-up sessions, and 3 audio programs. So if you'd like to learn more about that, you can email me, nb@nicolabeer.com. You can also book a Zoom call chat with me to find out more and read about the page on my website. I hope this really helps you. From my heart to yours, thanks for watching.